This is Business at 9 and I'm Sumita Kareer. Our top story tonight is from the tech world. Well, in an unprecedented move, Google India has taken action against 10 companies, rather is taking action against 10 companies, startups and app developers for not complying with its billing policies. In a blog post, it says, and I quote, after giving these developers more than 3 years to prepare, including 3 weeks after the Supreme Court's order, we are taking necessary steps to ensure our policies are applied consistently across the ecosystem globally. In fact, one of Matrimony's app, Naukri and 99 Acres, all of them have been delisted from the App Store. App developers and startups say that they're asking for free market dynamics and fair pricing and that Google is not following CCI's order. The Supreme Court, remember, on February 16th had refused to restrain Google from delisting their apps from its Play Store. A cluster of Indian startups then wrote to Google requesting the search giant not to delist them. And to discuss this issue and what really is the core of it, and is it really about big tech's big hegemony, I'm now joined by Murugavel Janakiraman, CEO and founder of Matrimony. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us this evening on ET Now and taking up the time. You got the notice this morning, and now Bharat Matrimony's app has also been taken off 99 Acres, Naukri as well. Tell us briefly about the backstory, and I want to understand how do you plan to address and proceed with this case?
Yeah, so basically, it's not one of our app got deleted. A lot of our popular apps got deleted, including Bharat Matrimony, Tamil Matrimony, Telugu Matrimony, Kerala Matrimony, Jodi, which is a matchmaking app for non-degree holders, even our other player app, Shadi, Trulymadly. Many apps were deleted today, and Google decided to do this on Friday and sent a notice this morning and deleted the app, not even giving time for us to take any legal remedies. It clearly shows how Google operates. This is in spite of the fact that CCA is currently hearing the matter, because the whole contention was that CCA had given the clear verdict that Google should not abuse their monopoly by not restricting app developers to use third-party billing system. Not only that, it was it was clear direction that Google should not charge selectively, arbitrarily, and disproportionate to the service provider. What Google trying to enforce is selective, arbitrary, disproportionate to the services provider. Only to select set of companies Google want to implement Google billing policy system. While Google give the different stories, they're twisting the story. Google one hand talking about there were 200,000 developer compelled, or agreed to the App Store policy. What option people have when you want to have an app development, you have to simply accept the terms and condition. When it comes to Google billing policy, they are talking about only 3% of the company getting impacted. The question to Google is that why you want to penalize 3% of company? Google is providing any special service to these 3% companies? Because this again CC order. CC Google action should not be selective or arbitrary. Why Google is trying to impose this Google billing policy to these 3% of companies by not providing any special service to these 3% of the companies, which is again abuse of monopoly. As the largest player, you cannot be selective in your approach. I want to charge 3% companies 15% revenue or 30% revenue. For what reasons? So I think I consider it a dark day for Indian internet. Such a popular apps, Bharat Matrimony, Shadi, 20 years, we served millions of customers, helped millions of people find a life partner, change the way Indians find a life partner. Imagine what happened to such app. Google can such one day suddenly remove these apps. So
Yes, sir.
my concern is that internet India should be freed from this Google, because the government doing so much to create a startup ecosystem. Today, India is the fifth largest startup ecosystem in the world. Google action can take India many years backward.
So you basically say that Google should not really abuse its monopoly and that it's a dark day for Indian internet. In fact, we also saw Google's statement, and Google says that multiple other apps are adhering and these 10 apps are not. In fact, it also says that it rules comply, across the globe and for all companies.
No, this one, no. Google has been pushing companies either accept or delete. Many small companies, they don't have where to fight. Imagine, a company like Matrimony, they delete the app, which again, such a established company. Imagine the small guys who are starting the company, what option the person has. They are pushing, they're twisting, they're not saying that, look, if you don't comply, you're going to delete the app. What option people have? And even people have implemented also, they are crying saying that, look, their revenue has come down. And some of the people decided, no, I'm not going to Google billing payment system, rather not even collect payment. I'm not going till the case verdict comes out.
Right.
They told even I'm not going to even accept the Google billing payment system. They're going to opt for the no that not even collect payment. Let's user go and make a payment at either website or desktop and all that.
Let me ask you this. The Supreme Court has refused to provide an interim relief in Feb to all the apps that were petitioning, and Google has now started deleting apps. How do you plan to proceed with this case? What do you intend to do?
We continue to look at what are legal remedies available, because we look at what are the possibilities, and so my concern is that when the CCI is hearing the matter on the Google billing payment issue, what is the urgency for Google to remove the apps? That too on Friday, send the letter in the morning and deleting the apps. What is the urgency?
Okay.
And look at the CC order. Let me read the CC order. Google shall allow, not restrict, any app developer using third-party billing payment processing services, shall not take any discriminatory or otherwise any adverse measures against such apps for not using third-party billing. Point number one. Point number two is the most 395.6. Google shall not impose any condition, including pricing related condition on app developer, which is unfair, unreasonable, discriminatory, disproportionate to the services provided to app developer. Google not providing any special service to
Okay.
us, which is
Okay.
selective and arbitrary, and that's a point. And
Right, so point taken. You're saying that what was the hurry for Google to sort of delist these apps from Play Store, and also you're quoting from that CCI order. But speaking of legal remedies, of course, you intend to take the legal route. But in the interim, what really is the plan? Do you plan to pay Google according to its current billing policies?
no, we're going to look for legal options, okay, and we're going to fight uh, till all the options are exhausted, and hope that government and CCI and other relevant bodies take this as a good case. This is what can happen to Bharat Matrimony, a public listed company. Imagine what kind of control power Google has against Indian internet ecosystem, and many companies are fearing against Google. They're agreeing to Google thing because of this reason. Okay, because no company wants to pay a 15%, 30% revenue to Google, whereas other payment gateway charging 1% or 2%.
Right.
Not only that, these companies are already spending 20 to 50% revenue on Google Play Stores. Now the Google doesn't make money. My
Right.
question to Google is that Google already making money on Play Store marketing. Point number one. Google not providing any special services to digital services company. Why Google want to charge only select set of companies? You pay certain payment by using Google billing payment system. That's something it clearly shows. Look, you have been selective about certain company, want to extract money from the select set of company. What reasons?
Yes, sir. In fact, Google's claim is that they have given multiple payments options to players in the ecosystem and is not restricted to the 15 to 30% model anymore. How do you respond to that? Is that really the case?
Yeah, this again, Google twisting the world. So let me explain one by one. There are three options. Option number one is you accept a Google billing payment system, pay 15% or 30%. Option number two, user choice of billing. If you use user choice of billing, Google's still saying you pay 11 to 26% commission. It's an indirect way of charging. I'm already used third-party billing, but still you have to pay 11% or 26%. It's an indirect way of charging. Option number three is that Google say no, you cannot collect payment on app Play Store. As soon as Bharat Matrimony, someone download the app, they want to make a payment, they cannot make a payment. That is what the consumption model, meaning you have to tell the customer go to website and desktop make a payment. At the time of when the people are download the app, then you want to make a payment, you have to tell the user no, you can't make a payment, you have to go to website and make a payment. This causes friction, you lose the revenue. So basically all these three options are indirectly forcing user either accept my billing payment system or you lose revenue. So basically
Okay.
I'll starve you to death. Okay, either accept and pay. It's more like East
Got it.
India Company.
Got
You
it.
either pay the tax or I'll put all the measure to do what are under the. That's what they do. They delete that app.
Right.
Okay, they come to the extent.
That's a strong choice of words you're using, but I want to expand more on this issue of how do you think businesses that are pure Play Store based or small companies are really now getting impacted, considering the Play Store ecosystem that Google has. It's the biggest app ecosystem. How do you think all of you companies are going to get impacted or are currently getting impacted?
No, the first of all, there is like applicable all digital service company. I know the company like Trulymadly, maybe 10 crore revenue. Even they are getting impacted. It's not about that Google charges anyone digital services, forcing them to the Google billing payment system. See, today the cost, when already companies are spending so much of money on marketing, what is the reason for additional 15%, 30% when other competing payment gateways are paying 1% or 2%? I think about nothing like what is the fair value. Look, just the market decide, no? Let the user decide, whether the app developer decide whether they want which payment gateway. Today we have Razorpay, PayU, Paytm, so many payment gateways are there. It is user app developer decide which payment gateway. Let Google be one of the payment gateway. Let the app developer decide what. So that's how it should be. Let the app developer decide. Let Google give a compelling benefit. Let the app developer choose, not force. Today, what Google is saying, then forcing you either accept or delete your app.
As you say that don't force, but you also mentioned about a fair charge value. What then is a fair charge value according to you?
Fair, so that's what every company charge, 1% or 1.5%. All the payment gateway. Today, Google not the only payment gateway, There are so many payment gateways are there. They're charging from 1%, 1.2%.
Right.
We have Razorpay, PayU, so CC Avenue. So many payment gateways are there. Let go be one of the payment gateway. Let the market decide.
All right. All right. Point taken, sir. Thank you very much for joining us this evening and sharing your thoughts with us on this very, very crucial story that's playing out currently as far as the Indian startup ecosystem is concerned versus big tech. Of course, like you said, that Google should not really abuse its monopoly, but is it? We'll have to wait and watch for how that story really pans out. But at this point, shifting tracks now to some news.